Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. From all indication, it's obvious that the northern part of Nigeria is ready for headers. Don't forget that if you check our previous feeds, you will see where we reported a case of the headers taking over communities, especially in Plateau State. What they do is they go in there, attack those guys, send them packing. Most people were complacent, about it, and they were calling it ethnic crisis. But bit by bit, the fear became a reality. Right now, some of the communities, in Plateau State, they have taken over communities. They are even living there to a point whereby they are renaming some of these communities. Media have been talking about it. The former governor of Plateau State, John Ajang, I think he's a native of one of the tribes that they have taken over. And these things, it's not just one, community, several communities. But right now, a northern group have sworn, that they are going to face them headlong this time around, talking about this header. Because if they allowed this to continue, it therefore means a lot of people are going to lose their identity, and the move that this northern group say they are going to take is what we are going to reveal to you. But before we do all of that, if you've not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, a coalition of northern group under the auspices of Conference of Autonomous Ethnic Nationality Community Development Association has sworn and vowed to repel further attacks and killings in their region by herdsmen. The organization has a coalition of 400 indigenous groups spread across 15 northern states. The coalition on Thursday vowed to put an end to the wanton killing and all forms of criminality in the north. The statement was made at a press conference in Jos on Thursday by the Secretary General of the group, Suleiman Sukukom. Sukukom noted that the region has suffered the worst form of criminality in the hands of herdsmen, including kidnapping for ransom, trade in human flesh and parts, human trafficking, and banditry and cattle rustling, with the government doing little or nothing to put an end to it. According to him, he said millions are displaced, with over 15 million in Benue State alone. Thousands of women are taken advantage of, with over 700 women in Kebbi State alone. Thousands of houses have been destroyed, with over 2,500 houses in irregular land alone between 2nd and 12th of August. Our girls are being trafficked because they are internally displaced. Our ability to farm, attend school, and carry out our legitimate businesses is being denied by these activities. Our experience indicates a weakness in the level of engagement and sincerity of public officials in dealing with these issues. The role of corruption and the failure of our security system to use information or intel in responding on time and adequately to various early warning signals. We have also observed with certainty that some public figures, while embarrassed by the security and humanitarian situation, prefer to whitewash or deny the extent and impact of the crisis rather than act decisively to addressing the relevant issues. As stakeholders in the Nigerian society and leaders of the over 400 indigenous communities of central and northern Nigeria, we are key stakeholders in the Nigerian project and must play our part in addressing these national issues. The CONAECDA conference has decided to immediately commence a project to secure, reconstruct, and protect our communities. We therefore use this occasion to notify all trespassers and occupiers of our communities that we are coming after them and shall recover through every legitimate means our communities and land. This sounds rather very interesting. And what they are saying here, that they are going to use all available legitimate way to get it, is where the question mark is. Because, for example, I'll still have to refer back to, the case of Plateau State. It came to a point where the lawmakers had to pass, a kind of anti-grazing bill, something stronger than that. But despite the fact they passed it, it didn't change anything. Unfortunately, the security operative did not, listen to it, or maybe the governor did not mandate them. But the truth is, nothing actually happened. And day after day, beats after beat, they were taking their communities. Now, the same thing is also obtainable in Benue. Benue State, we've been hearing multiple cases of invasion and attack. Otum has been doing a lot of media talks, but I don't know how strong his, on-ground preparation is in ensuring that at least if they cannot, curtail them, but they can prevent repeat of what has been happening in the past in other northern places. And, like just what this guy said, most people hear about this, especially those who have been elected to represent some of these communities in the National Assembly. They hear about these, but I don't know why they are not taking it so serious, to a point of presenting a bill even in the National Assembly to see how these things can be corrected. And with the way things are going, one of the news media came up with a story that some of the communities, or with the news that some of the communities have been renamed by these haters. We are not trying to say all Fulanis are, bad guys or all of that. But hey, there's this group that are not willing to change. They call them, some people call them terrorist herdsmen. Some people call them mother herdsmen. Some call them armed herdsmen. And I feel that this step these guys are about to take, it should be with, the backings of the security. Because it's not just making laws up and down, going to court. As at now, the way these guys operate, it clearly shows that they are above the law. I mean, they're almost like, Boko boys. They're almost above the law. So even when you promulgate the law and said everybody must act in accordance with this, they seems to play down on it because it has little or no effect on them. So I think at this point, the Northerners need to wake up, because though Nigeria is, a country with multiple ethnicity, there is no place in our constitution where it is stated that a particular ethnic group is greater than the other, or that a particular ethnic group have the right to overpower other, ethnic group, especially their hosts, take over their community. There is no such thing. So it must be something everyone must put hands together to fight it and bring it to an end, so that at least you can have an identity. You can look at your child and say, I am from Berom in Plateau State. Oh, I am from Kogi State. This is the community. You can go to the ends of the community. This is our land and all of that. It makes a great deal of sense. If we must operate as one Nigeria with unity being our focus, then the National Assembly at this point needs to wake up to put everybody in their respective position, irrespective of who you are, irrespective of who you are connected to. These things must be taken serious, because today it may be happening in this particular state, but who knows tomorrow what will happen. These guys are setting a precedent, and with this precedent that they have set, most other stronger communities or stronger ethnic group one day will also want to trample on another ethnic group, send all of their people packing, not even sending them packing, using arms and everything to fight them so that they can take over their own belonging and also their own land. It is high time this 400 indigenous community group wake up, as they have said, and do the needful with everything they've got in them. I like to leave my case there. Go to our comment section.